Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Woo, look how pretty and blue it is. Look at that sky. That's a beautiful sky. Isn't it? There aren't any clouds in it at all. Wow. All right, I'm sorry. I got to put you down in the holder. Let's see if I can't get you. At least, can I tilt you up to see something? Some part of the sky? Ethan was in here messing with this phone holder earlier. And so I apologize if it's messed up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Woo! What a week! What a week! You know what? I might need to turn my Wi-Fi off. Hold on. Hold please, as BBT says. Hold please, please hold. She has me saying that now. Hey Joe. All right, let me hold on. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off. I gotta turn. Let me Hi! Hello! All right, let me turn the camera back around. Okay, now y'all are going back in the holder. Okay, back in the holder. I'm so sorry. Hey, Nana Patty. What will your legacy be? I've been thinking. I've been watching replays of some stuff from this week. Oh, boy, I've had a busy week. It's been a crazy busy week. You know, guys, I like calm in my life. I like calmness. And routine. I like routine. And I'm sorry, I'm not watching the chat right now. I need one of those cup holders that attaches to the dashboard so y'all can see outside better. But at least this way, maybe you get a little bit of the sky. But I like routine, and just having this past couple of months, the routine has not been routine. I know I told y'all that my husband got a new job, so that just kind of threw the routine out the door, and you know, just some other things have been going on that kind of ripped routine out by its root. So we're just a lot of changes. And I'm not going to talk about them publicly, but just a lot going on. You know, I have 3 kids, and whew. So this week has just been so busy. But my new floors are going to be installed on Monday, and I'm so excited. I will talk about that. I'm very excited. So they're coming Monday, and they're going to install my kitchen floors and both bathrooms upstairs, both of those floors. So we went ahead and we're going ahead with that too. I'm very excited. I've been waiting for new kitchen floors for what feels like forever. I can't wait. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. So next thing we need to do when my husband gets some time off, he's been working a lot of overtime by choice. Just a lot of overtime. But when he gets some time off, then we got to go, we need to make time to look at appliances, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be waiting a long time for the new appliances. But it's okay. Good things come to those who wait, and I'm patient, so I can wait for them. I can wait for them. I'll just be so excited when I get all of them, because y'all know I'm going to be painting my cabinets. Ugh. Unless someone steps up and they say they want to do them for free, I'll be doing my cabinets. I can't believe I'm going to be doing my cabinets. I'm on my way to Michael's anyway. If y'all want to go with me, I'll try to take you inside. My mama told me yesterday, she sent me a picture of the cutest little pics that they have over there. And she's like, look at them, they're so cute. And I didn't get the text. Well, I didn't check my text right away because I was working. And when I finally did check it, she had already left. And I was like, they're adorable. And she's like, well, what would I have used them in, and I gave her some ideas, and she said, I wish I had gotten some for myself. And, well, why didn't you? So she texts me this morning and says, if you go to Michael's today, well, I had already been planning to go to Michael's, and I'd already been planning to get her some, so I'm on my way there. So, all right. Hey, Hell to the No. Hey, Denise C. Hey, Dewey Do Right. Hey, Peggy K. I got 10 people in here. That's a good number for this time of the day. We will be ordering windows in a few months. I've heard they are extremely back ordered. I wish we had the money to order them now. Yep. Hey, Arthur, Leslie. Yeah, I know. I kind of was like the same way. We've had the money for a while, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. We just procrastinated. We've just had other things going on. It's just a lot of stuff, and you know, real life, and you got to tend to stuff, right? And everything else just kept putting itself first, and that's okay. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it is like that. But I just kind of wanted to talk about, y'all know the title, What Will Your Legacy Be? And I've been watching a lot of replays and this week, and I just I don't know. Just wanted to ask. I've asked myself that question. I don't know. What are your ideas? What will your legacy be? Have you ever thought about that? Like, when you're gone, what will your legacy be? What are you leaving behind? That's pretty deep, isn't it? What are you leaving behind? Have you ever asked yourself that? I can honestly say I've never asked myself that before. What will my legacy be? You know, I know my kids your kids are your legacy, right? Your kids are your legacy. So what will your kids say about you when you're gone? What will your kids say about you? What will you hope that your children say about you? I know what I hope my children would say about me. If I'm being honest, I would hope that my children, you know, when they're adults, I hope that they can look back and say, you know, I had a fun childhood. My mom was tough, but she loved us. She was fair. She protected us. She did things for us, and she did things with us, and she was present. She was always there for our games and knew what was going on in our lives. You know, that's the kind of thing I want my kids to be able to say about me when they're grown. I don't know. It's a deep topic. Deep, deep, deep. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all's thoughts? And I'll read the chat when I get to another stoplight. It's so cute. I'll tell you about Ethan. He's so funny. He gets frustrated with go ahead, dude. Go ahead, get over. He gets frustrated because sometimes they have at his school, that made me lose my train of thought, but that's okay. Oh, let me read chat. Yeah, you know, that's what I mean. Sometimes real life and other things take priority, Peggy. Hi, TC. Bills. Yeah, bills take priority. Yep. We've had, your medical bills. Medical bills are outrageous, and sometimes that has to take precedence. We've had those too. Dental bills. The dentist is expensive. Even when you have insurance, the dentist is expensive. But little Ethan, he gets frustrated because they have chapel on certain mornings at school before they start the day. And so this morning I was like, when we were leaving, we were in the car going to his school, and he says, I have to go to chapel. And I said, well, why don't you like chapel? He said, because I've heard it all before. And I said, well, what do you do in chapel? He says, well, I said, do you sing? He said, well, no, not really. They just talk about stuff, and I've heard it all before. So, I was telling him about repetition with the Bible, because, I try to make it to the booted chick. She does, here on YouTube, she does daily devotions in the mornings. And she does, sorry, I'm watching these cars. I don't want to get in an accident, so. But she does she does several readings from different books. So we have a devotional reading, and then she does another reading from another book. And then we usually do a study of a book in the Bible. And then she reads from Proverbs. So whatever the date is of that day, like today is what, the 7th, the 8th? What date is it? I can't even keep up with the date. That's how busy this week's been, I'm telling you. So she'll read that chapter. So on the 1st of the month, she reads chapter 1. The 2nd, she reads chapter 2. And then when the month restarts, on the 1st, she restarts Proverbs. So chapter 1, chapter 2, and so forth. So on the 14th, she reads chapter 14. And that's, it's repetitive. So you hear the same chapter on the same date that corresponds with the chapter. But that's how you learn. That rote repetition is how you learn and how you plant the Lord's word into your heart. And so that's why I was trying to make the point to him. And I was like, that repetition, just because you've heard it before doesn't mean you know it. So that repetition, you may have heard it before, but you might hear something literally that you kind of tuned out the first time. So hearing it in a new way might bring a better understanding of it. So it's good to hear it in repetition. And then you can memorize it, quicker by hearing it over and over again. So I hope he understands what I meant. He's like, well, it still gets boring. Yeah, I know, he's 10, so of course it still gets boring. I was like, well, I'm pretty sure you'll survive. Doesn't last long. It's like 15 minutes and then they go to class, so he'll survive. He's so cute, I swear. So cute. It's already noon. I cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. But I can tell because the traffic is, I hate this road that I'm on. The traffic is horrible. I hope you guys have had a great week. I really do. It's kind of coolish, but then it gets warmer. Like today it's supposed to be 80 degrees, but it started out at 50 degrees this morning. And the leaves are changing colors. Some are changing like really fast, but some others are not. It's just kind of strange. But I bet it's beautiful up in the mountains. We usually go to the apple orchard in the fall, but I don't know that we're going up there this fall. Well, it's fall, but you know what I mean. Like usually around this time of the year, we trek up there and pick apples. But I don't think we're going up there this year. The place that we used to go to, they've gotten so commercialized now. It used to be like this small little nice family-owned orchard, and they've gotten so popular. Oh, that's my gas dinger. They've gotten so popular that you have to buy tickets weeks in advance and go during your time slot. So it's kind of sad. Which gas is $3.49 here. I don't know what it is around where you guys are, but it's $3.49 here. Let's see. Hey, Teresa Green. Hey, Evie. Going to my neighbor's for a curry, but just popping in to say hi and hope everyone is okay. Hey, Evie. Hey, Alma. I'm doing well. I hope you're well. I've been making investments not tied to the financial system that I will be leaving my son. That's great. Oop. All right, back to driving. I'll read some more comments in a minute. Y'all get parked and read some. Or I got one more stoplight. Today is my off day, so I have a couple of meetings this afternoon. Later this afternoon. That are optional for me to be in, but I need to be in them. Oh, I hate this road. Ugh. This area is usually congested this time of day. All right. It's almost 5 p.m. here. Oh, see, I always forget that you guys are ahead. Oh, a doggy friend visit. I envy anyone whose faith doesn't waver. Well, that is the one thing that, you know, it's... Well, that's another topic for another day. My faith doesn't waver. No, my faith does not waver. But yeah. I'm learning to not let what my adult children's perception of past events affect me so much, because as they age, they will become wiser and their perception will change. Yeah, that's right, Peggy. You're right. Have fun. I'm sweating and can't sleep. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Moved to, no, I know, Alma. Hey, Jessica. I know, move to LA and you'll experience traffic. No, I know, they have terrible traffic there. I've been to LA before. Of course, that was a long time ago. I'm sure it's changed a lot since I've been there. And going through DC is horrible. That's my comparison. And Atlanta and DC are my two comparisons. No, thank you. I'll keep this traffic. No way. $7 to $8 there. Oh, no. Bye, Jessica. Thanks for stopping in. Your son is gorgeous and cheeky. Makes me giggle. He is cheeky. That's a great word for him. You drove through Atlanta? Atlanta is just... I don't know that do they ever have a time when it's not terrible? I don't think so. Whew. Whew. Yeah, my oldest son is, this is his senior year in college, and so he's getting ready to graduate, and he's graduating with some student loans, and so we're helping him to pay those off. And let me just tell you, it's a racket. I really wish that we could have afforded, to send him there tuition free, but nope, we don't have it like that. So, but, and I say help because we had a 529 set up for him, and he used those, he did use those benefits, but I'm gonna tell you what, tuition costs, woohoo. But yeah, and the interest on these loans alone, oh, it's just sad. It's nothing like it was when my generation went to college. Nothing. There is no comparison. No comparison. But, we knew what we, as a family, and well, not as a family, but because it's not going to affect my other two children, but my husband and I knew what he was taking on, and we're going to help him pay it off. So, hey, J-May. Yeah, oh, you came over from Australia? Yeah, it was that traffic there. Whoo-wee. I love country living here, 200 feet over the edges of boring Oregon. Hi, Zelda. I did say hi to Denise. I've painted so many kitchen cabinets for myself and others through the years. It's a lot of work, I know. But I don't have very many cabinets, that is. So I have that going for me. My friend would have paid over $60,000 a year at Stanford, but she got a full ride. Oh, that's good for her. That is wonderful. She's one smart cookie. Yeah, that's great. I hope so. Teresa. Hi, Pussycat. Yeah, 3 boys college, had college loans. I paid on them for years. Yeah, that's all that we're going to have. That's all that we're going to do. And we knew it. We knew with him. But he's the kid. He needed to go to college. That was just his route in life. And, some kids are just meant for that. And that was what he's meant for. And honestly, I don't know what's next for him. We're going to figure it out. But, my middle son is not a college kid. He's in an apprenticeship with an electrical company, and he goes to a community college, and he's taking classes through his apprenticeship, and the company he works for is paying for it, and he is loving life. So, and he's still trying, he knows he wants to work as an electrician, but he's still trying to figure out which direction he wants to take that. And he's only 19. So, he's still trying to figure all that out. So in the meantime, he's making money. He's going to college for free. And I think it's wonderful. He's learning a trade. He does work on the side for our family and some friends. He's gotten some little side gigs, just basic, some basic electrical work. And so, yeah, he's making a little bit of side money. So, she began eating over 200K. Both my sisters spent big money on getting degrees. I dropped out but have a better life than them. Yeah, it just depends on, I think it depends on what you're going to school for, honestly. Yeah, work study paid for half. I hear you. Yeah, and right. Your daughter's 19, they figure it out, plus they're not on drugs and in jail. And I honestly, that's kind of the way I look at it. He's figuring it out, and he's happy, and he's working, and he's in school, and he's learning a trade. And we always told them, after high school, you must do something secondary, whether it's college or trade school. You need to do something to better yourself. And the best piece of advice is to figure out what you enjoy doing and make a career out of it. And figure out what it is you need to do in order to make it the career. So if, like when Carson was in high school, they have the technical school hooked to the high school. So he took electrician courses in his junior and senior years. He loved it. So he was like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And then Brandon has turned his love for history. Kids always loved history from the time he was just a little guy. And that's what he's pursuing in his life. And he wants to end up, working in DC, possibly doing some things in the museums up there, archiving or, something like that. I'm not sure. But then he also has an interest in journalism now, and like sports journalism. So he may end up doing something with that on the side. I don't know. But he's always been my late bloomer. Like, it just takes him a little while to figure out what he's going to do. So he'll figure himself out. I was a late bloomer. It took me a while to figure myself out too. So yep, do what makes you happy. You got to find something that makes you happy and figure out how to do it and have somebody pay you to do it. Hey, April, I forgot to text you and tell you I was going live. Well, I dropped Ethan off at school, and then I did some other things, and then I had to go back and get him for a telehealth appointment. And then we did that, and then I had to take him back into school. It was just, today's been and then I had somebody emailing me, telling me what a horrible person I am, and that I need to change the description of my YouTube channel. I told him to leave me alone. And honestly, if he's watching, I'm not gonna call out his name, but dude, if you're watching and you don't, and then he did, I told him to leave me alone, that I'm busy. And then he emailed me again and called me and everybody else that I'm associated with witches. And dude, if you don't leave me alone like I asked you to do, I'm going to screenshot your emails and I'm going to put them all up on my community page. I'm just going to lay it all out and let everybody see who you are. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't have time for this mess. I don't have time for it. All 4 of your emails from this morning, I'm going to screenshot it and put it out there. Just leave me alone. Just, just go tend to your own family. I asked you nicely to leave me alone, so that's what I'm asking you to do. But anyway, so I had all of that, and these emails kept popping up, and I'm in the telehealth waiting for the practitioner to log in. And, Ethan's sitting right here with me, and the email notifications keep popping up, right? And you get the preview at the top of your phone, and I have to keep turning the phone away from Ethan so he won't see the emails popping up, because we're staring at the phone waiting for the practitioner to come in. If you've ever done telehealth, You know how that is. You just sit there and wait for them once you're in the virtual office. And I keep getting these emails telling me, you know, how disappointed they are and what a terrible person I am. And my kid's sitting right here with me. I'm like, dude, leave me alone. So, now, I'm not going to name his name. It's a member of the community that I left. But, and I won't say his name. I'm giving him a chance to leave me alone. If I get another email from him, I will put it out there. But, and if I get any other emails from anybody else from that community, I will be putting them up. I'll put everybody's email. I'll put them all up on my community tab. If anybody else from that community emails me, anybody, they're all going up, including his. That's a promise. It's not a threat. That's a promise. Hi, Michelle. Oh, wow, Teresa. Your son left school at age 15, got an apprenticeship, chef at 19, traveled USA, Europe, and Australia cooking. Bought a house, sold it, bought another, and bought a restaurant. He is 34. That is awesome. See, they figure themselves out. They do. Sometimes it just takes a while. That's a great success story. There aren't many men in that community, so you can figure it out. Not many active men in that community, and no, it's not Kevin. Hey, bargain shopper. Hi, Lisa. Hey, April. Hi, Nancy. You don't like telehealth? Yeah, Nancy, I don't usually like it. I'm going to turn my camera around so y'all can see me. Ugh. I don't usually like it either, but the practitioner that he sees is like at least a 40-minute drive from his school. So I would have had to, he would have missed like all morning, and then we would have had to drive all the way up there, and then he wouldn't have even gotten back to, he wouldn't even be back at school by now. So this way he was there all morning, and then I got him out for just like 45 minutes. So he didn't miss very much at all. And he was back before lunch, so that made it even better. And I didn't have to get dressed up and all that. So, and it was just like a quick follow-up, just a kind of a check-in to see how he was doing and all that. So it actually worked out really well. They need attention. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, well, apparently I'm a witch and I'm a hater. And yeah. He's in a band too. That's awesome, Teresa. I know you're proud of him. That's great. Yeah, see, and there's Jamie. You must be so proud of him. Yeah, you're a good mom. That's wonderful. Yeah, I'm not a hater either. You know, I don't go on other channels and post comments. I don't email people and tell them how bad they are and all that. I don't do those kinds of things. So I don't understand why people feel the need to do it to others. Don't, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's the travel time, Nancy. If it were me, just me, I would have rather have seen it in person. And if it were a different type of appointment, then I would have wanted him seen in person. But he had to miss school this week for a dental appointment that he had, and just for a cleaning. And then, you know, he missed for his little oral surgery he had. So I was like, I just don't want him missing more time. Poor little kid. How long have I been cancer-free? I don't care if you ask. So I was diagnosed in December of 2004, and you know, we're very good jugglers. And then I went through treatment in the beginning of 2005, and I had my PET scan that showed no evidence of disease on April 25th of 2005. So I consider that my date of being cancer-free. So that's the date that we celebrate every year, is April 25th as my anniversary. So since 2005. Yep. 2005, April 25th. But I was diagnosed, oh, thank you, Nancy. I was diagnosed on December 21st of 2004. And the doctors, when you're diagnosed with cancer, they consider the date of your diagnosis as like the date of, like the first date of your survivor status. For me, I don't consider that because I was sick. I still had the tumors and everything in my body. So for me personally, I feel like it's a personal thing for each person who was diagnosed. For me, I wanted to recognize the date that I was cancer-free, that I could point my finger to, because I have the report. I saved the actual report of the PET scan that showed the impression at the bottom that my body showed no evidence of disease. So that, to me, that was my first day of survivorship. Like, I could show that, yes, I beat this. And that's what I count. Yes. You are cancer-free. Congratulations. Yes, thank you, Teresa. She liked you at one time. Go figure, when you're not doing... Yeah, I know. It just, no, I don't feel like I'm a bad person. I mean, we all have our moments, right? We all have our moments. We all get angry. And, you know, I'm not very happy right now about some of the things that have been said recently. I'm very upset about accusations that have been made with no proof, because the proof is never really shown. I'm very upset. I'm very upset. And I've thrown my support behind certain channels. And I'm not sorry for that. So, for whatever it's worth, I mean, it's not like I'm this big, super strong, know-it-all warrior. But I don't make accusations, like false accusations, about real life stuff. Especially ones that affect people's jobs and careers. That's just... You don't do that. My sister just had breast cancer surgery yesterday. Oh, now see, my sister had breast cancer, and 2 years ago. 2 years ago? 3 years ago. And she's still on anastrozole. So yeah, she went through chemotherapy and some radiation, and she had 2 surgeries. But she was lucky because it was very early stage, and they were able to get, to get everything out. But I'm sorry your sister's going through that. It's a scary thing, and it's a very humbling disease, and it makes you realize that you're really not in control of anything. You're not even in control of your own body. You have no control. And if that doesn't bring you to your knees and make you realize that there is a God, nothing will. Had my daughter at 37. You had 3. It wasn't easy, but wish I could do it again. She moved away now. Proud of you. Well, I had my first 2, and then I had the whole cancer thing and blah, 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 blah. And fast forward, and then I had Ethan at 40. Yeah. He's 10. You do the math. I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm 50 years old. He keeps me going. I'm reading the chat, guys. I'm sorry. My husband's battled oral cancer since 1985. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Zelda. Boy, what a long battle he's had, huh? Yeah, some people have it lifelong. I'm wearing my famous pajamas right now. Yeah, that's crazy. That whole thing. Wow, what a crock of crap. I mean, really. To make that into something that it completely wasn't. It's so crazy. When my husband was cancer-free for 8 years, we went to Europe for 5 weeks to celebrate. Wow. We just had a kid. That's what we did. We had a kid, so we can't go anywhere. Actually, no, I think we're planning a trip next year. We're trying. We'll see what happens. You should be proud. I have a 1 in 5 million triple autoimmune disease. I am smarter. Oh. Right, Teresa? I thought you must have been wearing a bra and a thong. Jamie. Right, Nancy. Pick on others to take focus off of their own problems. I don't know. Like I've said before, I've been where they are. So I kind of have I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm getting ready to head into the store. I take y'all with me. But I've been there. I've been where they are. And so I do have some empathy for them because I know the manipulation, and I know when you get in there and the trauma bonding that happens. So I get it. But that's why I ask. I never reached out personally to anyone. I never emailed anybody personally. All the comments that I made were in chats about people, and So, I want to be left alone. And I know that terrible, horrible things are being said about me in their private crock of crap. I know that horrible things are being said about me. Terrible things are being said about me. Terrible lies are being told about me. I know that. They are. And that's fine. And people are going to believe them. They're going to believe I'm just this terrible, nasty person who drags people. And they're going to believe them because I did. Because I believed them. All the stuff that she told us about BBT and how a terrible person she was. And she was rotten and she was dangerous and she wanted to kill her and attack her outside of the court and she couldn't go there because she was terrified of her. I believed all of that. And now that I'm on the outside and I'm looking in and I'm thinking, why did I believe all that? And I've since apologized to BBT, and now I'm in her chat, and it's totally the opposite. She's nothing like that. And I know that, Teresa Green. I know that now. And but see, that's why I can say that I have some empathy for these people. And that's why I don't want to automatically go to screenshotting these emails and exposing him, because I know that he's in that. He's in that. So he believes this stuff. So I kind of feel for him. And I feel for these other people. Because they're in that. So my knee-jerk reaction is... My knee-jerk reaction is one of anger and defensiveness. But when I have a chance to calm down and try not to be reactive, I remember when I was there and how upset I was and how much I believed the lies. And then I have to put myself back in that mindset, and then I understand it and their desire to protect her. Some can see right through it, Michelle, but some can't, because I couldn't back then. All I can do now is protect. But see, I'm empathic. I'm not an empath. I am empathic. I'm not an empath. But that's why I got roped into it. Because I really don't want to do that, Teresa. I really don't, because I don't want anybody to attack him. I don't want any backlash against him. I really don't. Because he has left, he did send me that one more email after that, but now he's left me alone. And if he continues to leave me alone, I just want to let it go at this point. If he does email me again, then I will post it on my community page, because I don't really want backlash against him. I just wanted to put it out there that I was getting emails from him. And like I said, I have empathy for these people that are in there, because they think that they're her friend. They think they're her friends. They really do. They believe that they're her friends. They feel sorry for her. They feel bad for her. They feel like they're called to protect her, that they can help her, that they maybe could change circumstances for her, but they can't. They do. They think that I'm their enemy. They think that all the other ladies that left are their enemies now, and that they're her enemies. And all all I can do is pray for them and wait. That's all I can do. The other things I can do are just, I don't know, just support the other, like, people like you guys. No, I mean, I can't change what she's doing. I can't control other people, and I can only control myself. I can't control anybody else. So unless it comes to my real life, I just have to let that go and let that all play out, because they're going to believe what they want to believe no matter what I say. I can promise you that, because I was there, and it didn't matter what anyone else said. I believed her, and nothing that anybody else said would have ever changed it until I saw it for myself. And that's when I was ready to see everything. Nothing was going to change my mind. Well, I did try to be loyal to her, and I was for a long time. Yeah, well, and it goes beyond my own health, because it goes, when you get stressed by something like this online, it flows into the other people in your life too. So you're not the only one that pays for that. Like, the other people, the other people in your life, you start taking that out on them. So you're taking the frustration and the anger and the stress and everything that's pent up inside of you. If you watch that stuff and you're constantly having that negativity and the false accusations and all of that built up inside of you, that stress really takes damage, takes its toll on you and everybody around you. And because you start taking that out on them, right? Whether you shut down or whether you just start being snippy, it all comes out in little ways. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be like that. I have enough stress in real life that bogs me down. So I certainly don't need that too. So unless it comes into unless all of this YouTube stuff and this kind of stuff comes into my real life, then I have to let it go. Hey, Dana Leslie. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. You need to have a soft place for them to land, if and when they all when they start realizing it. And it might take some time, because a lot of those people have been there a long time, for years. They are manipulated like we all were. They'll learn, then they will. And I cringe at thinking about some of the things that they may be trusting her with. It's upsetting. If you're watching for fun, you think she is credible, and you don't check or verify anything. It does take time. I was waiting for all you kind ladies to see the light. It does. It takes time. And that's what it is. You watch for fun, and you laugh, and you think that you found a fun group of people. And so you go into the private group thinking, oh, this is going to be fun, and you get to know people, and all that. And then it just deteriorates. I don't know. It's almost like you're not allowed to have individual friendships if she's not the center of it too. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to put into words. So, but it's okay. I no longer am ever going to be a part of private group chats ever again. they seem to deteriorate on on their own. I don't know. Is it because women just can't be in a group? Is it just too many personalities take over? I don't know. But anyways, I've come out of it having learned a lot. I've never met anybody like her before. I can say that honestly. I used to work with a girl that has a lot of the traits that Lisa D talked about last night, and I found myself thinking about this particular girl. I used to work with her. She had a lot of those traits that Lisa D was talking about, the psychopath type traits. It was amazing. I was like, dang. And the air around her was always so negative. And one of the doctors, she was very intuitive, and she arranged for this girl to get transferred to another office. She came in the day after she was transferred, and she came in and she went, she opened her eyes and she looked around and she said, "Can you feel it?" And we were like, "What?" And I was waiting for her to say it. I knew what she was going to say. And she said, "Can you feel the lightness in the air?" I was like dying laughing because the toxicity that was around this woman, it was so heavy, and the air was so heavy with her just being in the room, her just very presence. She was a one-upper. Nobody had it better than her, but nobody had it worse than her. If you did it, she's done it twice. If you had it done to you and it was terrible, she had it done 3 times worse than her. I mean, she'd complain about everything. That was the type of personality she was. And then as soon as she was gone, it was like you felt like you could breathe. But it was so funny to hear this doctor say that. It's like she was very intuitive, and she was the one behind having her get transferred. She was my hero. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. Yes, the tension was so thick, like you could cut it with a knife. It was so thick. Don't feel bad for nothing that you didn't cause. Yep. Oh, Nancy, thank you, sweetheart. I'm always praying for you too. Nancy's one of my friends from Rita's The Buddha Chicks devotionals, her group every morning. I know I wasn't there this morning. I had to miss it this morning because I was busy getting Ethan and the doctor and the telehealth and all that stuff was going on. And the energy you put out comes back. Yes, Alma. And I honestly think that she's drawn to people who are light, who have good qualities, because that's, she's attracted to the people who have the things that she desires to be. I really do. We're carrying people who want to help others. Those are the people drawn to her, right? I agree with that too. Then over time you realize she needs help, but not from people on YouTube, from a professional, yes. J. May, I have understanding and forgiveness for those that were duped as I was. Yes, J. May. How is Coco? Who's Coco? Lisa, who's Coco? I just look out for the ones passing over. I'm like the angel waiting to help you move on from the internet group. Yeah. I've been ignoring her, ignoring a lot of people. I don't give them power over my emotions or happiness. Exactly, April. Yeah, I know. You and I have been talking. Well, you've had a lot on your plate lately, April, in real life. No, I don't go in Discord. Look, my cheeks are hot. It's 77 degrees now. They have to be healthy females. I have dealt with others like her. It takes a while to show. They have a fake facade, but yeah, I've never ever, other than that one girl that I used to work with, but I never knew I never put a finger on it. You know, I never knew what was wrong with her. I just thought she was a crappy person. Someone reaches out personally, like email or phone, it's hard to ignore, and I probably wouldn't be able to. Yeah. Your monster-in-law is like that, yeah. No, I'll never be in another Slack. That's apparently I had to learn the hard way twice. But yeah, I'll never be in a Slack ever again. Kind people don't see her coming. No, they don't. Oh, I almost bird. My son's company recently started a Slack. When he was explaining it to me, I put my fingers in my ears and ran in the room. Yeah, that when a lot of businesses do use Slack. Oh, thank you, Teresa. It's a hot mess right now because I really didn't do much with it this morning. Never been in Slack, never will, from what I've heard. Yeah, it's really a business thing. Yes, you do. You sign in with your email and password. Let's go in. I want to show y'all what my mama wants. Let me get a drink of water first. You used Slack when you worked for Gaggle. Sorry about my drinking on camera. Let's turn the thingy around. I'll show you. Hey, Nicole Angel. Yes, you have to have a, they send you a link through your email. So it's basically an invite. Let me hide this. You'll have to see these pics. These Christmas pics that my mom sent me a picture of. You have to be invited, yes. Yes, it's an app that you can download on your phone, and they send you an invite through your email, and then you click the link, and then you you log in. Oh, look at these. These are pretty. 50% off all floral. Fall floral. I have so much fall floral. I really need to do a live and make a wreath. Look at these. Those are gorgeous. How much are those? They're beautiful, but they don't really fit the color scheme I have going on. I like those. All right, let's see if we can't find... Oh, there they are. My mom sent me a picture of these. Look at these. Aren't they cute? Oh, they're all one pick. Look at that. I thought they were individual picks. So it has the Santa coat, the pants, and the hat. All on one pick. I do grapevine wreaths too, Michelle. All right, so they're $10 a piece. They're adorable. Adorable. Oh, really, Teresa? Might make it easy for someone to access your email and even YouTube temporarily to change a name, post, change back, and nobody notices. Could they get into your email with that? I don't remember. April, do you create a new password with Slack? I don't remember. Look at all this. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Those are huge. Look how big my hand is against that. They're pretty big. I don't use one password for everything. And I forget my email password all the time, so I'm always changing it. But maybe I should go change it. They must have just put these out. Look at all this. It's all 50% off. Well, that's a good warning for everybody. Aww. Love the pumpkins. I have had a lot going on in my life and I appreciate the prayers. Oh, I'm so glad. I know. I'm so glad, April. Your girls are better. Yeah, they were really sick for a while there. I remember. I know. Very sick. I didn't want to mention it because I was waiting for you to mention it because I didn't want to put that out there about your babies until you did. I wanted to respect your privacy. Yes, thank you for that, Teresa. I appreciate that tip. I'm not very IT smart, so those are beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh, don't fall on me. Get back up there. Look at that. $5.99. Are these on sale? Yes. I might have to get a couple of those. That's beautiful. I want two of the same color, or should I get different? Maybe a couple different. So they're like $3 on sale. Same color. Man. They had one darker, a little bit darker. Can you hear the music? I'm probably going to get a copyright claim. It's all right. I'm not monetized, so. Hey, look at that sunflower. That's beautiful. Hey, Florida Gray Lady. I think move in from Carolyn's to Patty's. It didn't make me set up a new password. I think it just logged me right in. I can't remember, though. Yeah, I don't remember either. I love that. It's so pretty. Oh. Those aren't as big, though. I don't know.
Hey, business owners, did you know you can put our custom framing skills to work?
That's pink. I don't want pink.
Love about Michael's custom framing, from our
Pink doesn't say fall to me.
to our friendly customer service, is available to businesses of all sizes. Plus, we offer special
No, keep talking.
like fine art
I want y'all to talk to each other. That doesn't bother me. Y'all can use all caps if you need to. It doesn't bother me either. Oops, sorry, I'm covering up the... I'm in Michael's. Florida Gray Lady, I'm in Michael's. I came in here to get some pics from my mother, but of course I had to wander over to the fall stuff. All right, now I need a basket. course I need a basket. Why did I think I could come in here without a basket? All right. Sorry, I got y'all pointed down. Try not to show people. No people. All right, so these are the pics
And why are you signing me?
that she wants. Oh, thank you for coming in, Peggy K. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Oops, one of them lost his coat. Okay. Oh, some of them are stuck together. Let's see. Oopsie. Come back up here. They don't come apart very easily. Okay, here's one. Maybe. They should be wrapped. That's two. Oh. They're so cute. It's a maybe. Sorry, guys, I'm distracted by Santa and his outfits. His outfit. It's so cute. That's three. They're expensive. Let's see if this one's a good one. That's a good one. All right, going out. Oh, that one's not good. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I just think they're so cute. Okay. All right. Oops. I was gonna put my purse in there, but I guess not. So they have all their fall things on sale. So pretty. That's cute. I love ribbon. I have a ribbon addiction. What's this? I like that. There's a lot on that roll. I like this one. This one feels a lot heavier. It's the same length. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting. Oops. That's not as yellow as it looked on the screen. That looked really yellow. Oh, look at the little guy. Little hedgehog. He's cute. That's cute. A little gnome. He's adorable. Wow. Look at that. That's crazy expensive. Dang, $10 at half off. I mean, it's $20, but you get it half off, but that's a lot for that little thing. No, thank you. I have to buy gas, like literally. I'm putting Christmas things out. Look at all of the ribbon. Look at it all. Oh, ain't he cute? Look at him. Wow. $12.99. Definitely gotta wait for that to go on sale. Wow. But that's adorable. Look at him. Ain't he cute? He's so cute. Yeah, everything is going up. Yeah. Oh, I like the mittens. Mittens are cute. Some of these patterns they had last year. I don't pay full price for my ribbon anyway. I like these. These are pretty. Look at birdies. These are cute. And then, oh, the gold stuff. That's pretty. They have tons of it. Tons and tons. They're still hanging stuff up. I wanted to see if they had any Santas yet. I like the big Santas. Oh, let's still fall. Or fall over there. Christmas trees. Busy, busy, busy. It's gonna be here before you know it. Well, if they have Santas, they haven't put them out yet. But I think that's about all I'm gonna get in here. Other things for my mom and a couple of those flowers. And I think I'm gonna get, like, I need more ribbon. Oh my gosh. But it's $3. Let me see. I don't think these are gonna be on sale. But I'm gonna scan it. Anyway. No, it's $10 a stem. Hold on, y'all stay here. I'll be right back. Okay, I want to see the, well, I got some alcohol inks. I don't know if the signal is good back here. Y'all tell me if I start buffering. Because I've started, like, dabbling in some painting stuff. Oh, but not alcohol ink. I don't use alcohol ink. Oh, she wants, Mom wants two. Okay. Colored pencils. No, let me see. So junk journaling, that's what I've kind of been, signal is terrible in the back of the store. Look at all the, I love it. So I've been dabbling a little bit in, like, the fluid paint, not alcohol ink, but like the fluid paint, which is kind of what I showed back there, but the signal was going in and out. All right, so she wants two. Let me go put some of these back. I didn't really get the junk journaling thing either, but I started watching some of it and some of the tutorials. And I think the joy is in more of putting them together, but you have like places inside the journal that you can journal in. Like for me, I think some people, the joy is in creating the journal itself. But for me, the joy would be in also having a place to actually do the journaling. Like I'd want pages in there where I could actually journal. I really like watching the videos where they use little golden books as the basis for the journal, and they use pages. They use the book pages, but then they put other things in it, like other pages in it, where you can actually journal in between. So if you had a favorite golden book, or if you really enjoyed golden books as a kid, you can have that as your basis of your journal. It's really cool. All right, there's a good one. That's a good one. 1, 2. I think I'm gonna get myself 2 as well. So I'll just keep these 4. Y'all stay here. I want to talk about something when I get back into the car. And I forgot I was going to talk about earlier. Oh, that's a nice one. Let's see. See what his clothes look like. Like this one. That's a little bit nicer. One, two red, two white. Make sure they have all their balls. 2 white and 2 red. That one has them all. This one has 2 red and 2 white. All right. Need one more that has all of them, because that didn't have all of them. Like some of these have the balls falling off. This one has 2 red and 2 white. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go check out. All right, sit down. Okay, let's go check out. Upcycle. Yeah, that's part of the journaling thing. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. Ooh, I need candy corn. Do they have the chocolate? You know, y'all either love candy corn or you hate it. My house loves this stuff. Oh, I wish they had a bag of just the chocolate one. They have the autumn mix and they have the pumpkins and they have the regular. I get 2 bags of that. I don't care. It's $3.99 a bag. I don't care. Buying it. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all down for a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Enter.
Thank you so much.
All in there.
All right.
Thank you.
Give yourself a great day.
Thanks,
Thank
you
so
too.
much. Hello, how are you? Find everything?
All right. Y'all still here? Are y'all still here? There's a lot of people. Sorry, I had to put you in my purse. And I had to look up my coupons because, you know, you're in Michael's, you got to look up coupons. I had to get candy corn. Candy corn. I love the chocolate candy corn. Wish I could create a poll and ask, like, who likes candy corn? Who likes the candy corn? You either love it or you hate it. I think it's one of those things. You love it or you hate it. I bet my water is warm. Whew. Okay. Okay. Still here? I know. I was buffering. Are we back now, though? Just show us around the store. Yeah, I got a meeting I got to get into. Yes, that was Michael's. Popcorn? Oh, candy corn? Y'all don't have that in Australia either? I'll show you. All right, what's in the other bag? Let me show you before we go anywhere. Turn the air on. So there you go. I don't know if y'all have anything like this, like mellow cream. That's pretty much what it is. You can see it in the bag right there. So it's basically just corn syrup. Yeah. So they have it in the pumpkins. It's just a big old bunch of sugar. Hold on. You don't, yeah. I'll show you. I just open it, because why not? This one has I've already put some in my mouth. I'll try not to chew and chomp and all that. But that one is the chocolate flavor. And then there's the pumpkin. And that's more of the chocolate. But you need to find one of the ones with the yellow and the thing on top. There's a good one. So there's the original candy corn. And the idea is that the reason why it's called candy corn, because if you stick them all inward, as if you were putting it on a cob, it actually looks like corn. See the bottom of it? Yeah. I'm sure you have candy that's very similar. Whoops. Yep. It's supposed to look like corn. So that's the inside of it. So it's just a big old blob of sweet goodness. That people either love it or they hate it. Oh, yeah. You're allergic to it. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, I'm putting them away. I have a Longaberger. It's a basket. Oh, it is? Coca-Cola in Australia is watered down? Yeah, same here, Michelle. I love them. I try not to eat too many. But these my boys will... I have a Longaberger basket, and it's shaped like a candy corn, and the liner on the inside has candy corn all over it. It's so cute. So I put this in that basket and set it in a pretty prominent place in my house. So my boys, whenever they walk by, and my husband, and they just get a handful of them and munch on them. So they love them. Oh, J-May, that's funny. You know, you should write a book. And I used to listen to, when I used to have a big drive to and from work, I used to listen to Elvis Duran's radio show in the morning. He's so funny, and all of his people that are on there with him. I love Danielle. She's my favorite. But I don't really listen to them anymore, just because, not because I don't like them, but anymore, just because I don't have the opportunity to do so any longer. Because I'm not really in my car. And, but I remember when he was writing his book, which I own, by the way. It's a really good book, if you ever have an opportunity to pick it up. But when he was going through the process of writing it, and he would talk about it, and because he was like, it's not really a big deal, you know, writing a book, because they would all praise him and say, you know, how cool it is, and you have so many stories, you have so much to write about, and I could never, my life's not that interesting. And he said, you would be so surprised, because basically he had like a co-writer with him. I don't know what that's not the term, but he had somebody with him working on it with him, and he was dictating, like they were prompting him to talk, basically giving him talking points, I guess. And he said you would be so surprised at what you actually have, like what is actually part of your story. He said everybody has a story. Everybody has a book in them. They just don't know it. But if you really were to sit down, especially if you had somebody with you that would prompt you, that would, ask you the right questions, you'd be surprised at what kind of a book you have inside of you. And that always stuck with me. Like, everybody has a book. Everybody does. And I think, especially once you reach a certain age and you've been through so much of life, everybody has a story. If we could really just sit down and especially, because like for me, I wouldn't know what in the world to write about. But I know if I had somebody prompting me and giving me the talking points and just talking with me and helping me get it out and write about it, then I could probably do it. But by myself, there's no way. So I liked that about him. He's very encouraging, to other people. But that stuck with me. So to see you say that yeah, I agree. I'm sure you do have a lot to write about. But, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you're too lazy. I could do the typing. I can type very fast. I used to do medical transcription. I love the ocean too, J-May. I love it. Yep. The ocean is my happy place. Absolutely. The ocean is my happy place. But what I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you guys have seen this. I saw this last night. There was this daycare in Mississippi. And you can comment in the chat if you saw this, where these the workers there, not all of them, but apparently the director was out, and one of them had this mask on. It was oh gosh, what's the name of that movie? Scream. The Scream mask. You know what mask I'm talking about? That real long, scary looking white mask. So one of them had that mask on, and there was another girl videoing it, and the teachers were standing in their rooms, and the girl in the Scream mask would come into, and when I say I mean, this is a daycare, and these babies, and I say babies, they were like tiny. They were probably 2, 3 at the very oldest. These were little babies. And this, I can't even call, I'm not even calling these people women, ladies, these people, this person came in this Scream mask, and the teacher would tell, not a teacher, this beast would tell the other beast in the mask which kid was good, which kid was bad, and if the kid was bad, the teacher and the person in the Scream mask would go over to the child that was deemed bad and, oh, you were bad, and then get in the child's face and scream bloody murder. These kids were terrified. They were shaking. They were screaming and crying, red-faced, terrified. I wanted to punch these people through my phone. I was livid. They did this over and over again. They went in one classroom where these babies were sitting at their little table eating, I'm assuming, either a snack or maybe their little lunch. And she was doing this to all the little kids sitting at the table. Then she went in another room and she banged on the door. And these poor little babies that were in this room, they could hear the screams of the kids from the other rooms. I mean, it was like a horror movie. And they were terrified already, huddled behind like these little cubbies, screaming and crying. And she wasn't even in the room yet. She comes and bangs on the door. And the teacher says, "Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready?" And the other girl comes in the mask and stalks over to them. They're screaming and crying. They were not laughing. This was not fun for them. And the teacher tells the girl which ones were bad. She goes up to a kid, stalks over to them, not walk, stalks over to them and screams right in this kid's face. Another one takes off running. She runs after him. He's screaming and crying. Runs after him. Ends up picking him up by his arms and taking him back over to the other kids and sits him down and screams in his face. It was like nothing I have ever seen in my life. I was so upset. Have y'all seen this at all? It was 4 girls. They looked to be in their 20s. They were employees at this daycare. I think it's all over Facebook. And I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter now too. Apparently when the director it happened once in September. It happened again in October. And both times this girl videoed snippets of this happening. And she, I don't know the whole story. Both times she recorded little bits of it. And now all 4 of them, I don't know the phase that it happened. I think she released it on social media first before even going to the director. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure. But when the director found out, of course, all 4 of them immediately fired. But I'm beside myself. That should be criminal. I'm not a child behavior specialist, but I'm a mother. I just had to vent. Because as a mother watching these babies, and there were a couple, now I'll play devil's advocate, there was one little boy sitting there looking at another little boy who was screaming and crying, and he was just looking at him like, "What are you crying for? I don't get it." Like, he was just sitting there like, "This ain't no big deal. I don't understand." So he was more resilient of a personality. Like, it didn't faze him at all. And there, in one clip, there's a little girl sitting there with her hands over her ears. So obviously the noise was bothering her, but that was it. So she was a more resilient personality. That probably would have been my middle child. He probably would have been sitting there continuing eating, like, looking around like, "I don't get it. I'm eating. What's y'all's problem?" It probably wouldn't have fazed him much at all. Maybe the noise. But my oldest, if that had happened to him at that age, that would have done some serious psychological damage to him. Because even now at 22, he is very sensitive, like extremely sensitive to other people. And I can't imagine what these children have gone through as a result and are going through as a result of this. I'm livid. I wonder if there's criminal charges that can be brought up against. Is this considered, I don't know, you guys are professionals in this field. These children who are scarred, the ones that are going to suffer these traumatizing effects, because there has to be some long-term effects from some of this. Because like I said, I know my son, my oldest, he had a lot of issues when he was little and growing up, and I'm not gonna put all his business out there, but that would have been devastating for him. Absolutely devastating at 2 and 3 years old. If you search for it, it's not for the faint of heart. I will tell you, if you're a mother or a grandmother or an aunt, and you search for it and you watch it, it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. I don't know how these girls thought that this was a good idea, this was fun, that this was going to scare these babies into being good. I don't know. I don't know what in the world got into them. 2 of them have taken their Facebook profiles down, apparently, and the one that was recording said she did it so she could get proof to take to the director, because she's taken issues to the director before and was brushed off. Well, I don't believe that. I call bullshit on that, because she filmed it in September. So what did she do with it between September and now? She sat on it. Why didn't she take it to the director in September? I think she's just doing that now to cover her own self so she won't get dragged in public. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Allegedly, in my opinion. Any of the child care experts out there, or behavioral specialists, feel free to chime in. I only know my experience as a mother and a human being. I just can't imagine. That's just heartbreaking. The daycare center is Lil, Lil. I think it's Lil Blessings Daycare, but it's in Mississippi. There are several daycares that go by that name. And I know a lot of people are calling for the daycare to be closed and this and that, but I kind of hesitate to blame the director of the daycare because I know when my kids went to daycare, and it was not for very long that they were in daycare, thank God. But when they did, I know the director was always there very, very early in the morning. He was always there to open. And then he had his assistant director, and the assistant director was there almost all day. I don't know. I take it back. I take it back. Because the daycare that my kids went to, the director was there. If the director wasn't there, the assistant director was there, and on top of things, they had cameras in every single room that worked. The assistant director watched, the cameras the monitors were in her office. You could see the cameras when you went in the door. You could go in anytime you wanted. You could see the monitors from the hallway. So as a parent, if you walked in, you could see the monitors. So you could, it was open. Like, we could see our babies at any time when we went in. Of course, this was a long time ago. This was before all this technology now. But apparently this daycare doesn't have, they had dummy cameras. So the cameras in the classrooms didn't work. I don't know. I kind of question, now that I think about it, I question the fact of why the director didn't know this stuff was going on in her own business. I mean, you entrust your baby to somebody to take care of them. You should do better than that. You should do better than that. You're in charge. You're in charge of all those babies. You should know your staff better than that. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. I don't know. It's very heartbreaking. Like I said, if you Google the video, if you go on Facebook, you can go on a Facebook search. It's all over Facebook, the video. Snippets of the video. It's just horrible. It's just absolutely horrible. Yeah, she did it to cover herself. Oh, you found it, J May? Yep, it is. It will anger you to your very core. It absolutely will. I just, as a human, it angers you. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I tell you what, I don't care if they're fired or not. My kid would never go back there. Ever. I know it's easier said than done. I know. Especially when you got a job. Especially if you're a single parent. I know that. But my knee-jerk reaction is my kid, not my kid. I just couldn't do it. Post the link. Let me see. Oh, let's see if I can. Let me see if I can find. Can I comment in my own chat? I don't think I can. I did get everything I wanted in Michael's. Oh, Zelda, that's awful. I know you could kill him, didn't you? Is that it, bargain shopper? Yeah, Teresa, I'm telling you what. That's what Michelle, that's what I told my husband last night. I said I would be the first parent up there as soon as I saw that video. If my child was in that video or not, I'd have been up there, and the cops would have hauled me off in cuffs, and I would have gone viral, and I'd have been proud of it. And I'd have been a hero. I would have been a hero of parents everywhere. And I would have sat in the jail cell proudly. Because I would have kicked some, you know what? I'd have kicked some ass. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I can't post the link because I can't comment. I can't put a comment in here. I wonder if I can get my iPad. Teresa. That's funny. Yeah. I hear you, Zelda. I would have quit work too. I mean, at that You trust your babies. You trust them. You trust them to people. And I'm sorry that happened to your son. That's the ultimate violation, you know? Well, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I think that's something we need to remember as parents when things like that happen to our children. I'm sure you carry a lot of guilt around, but it's not your fault. I know I don't see April. She's busy, and I think today is one of her busy days. But I know as a mother, we carry around a lot of guilt. Even for little simple things, we carry around a lot of guilt. And, but it isn't your fault. It's the perpetrator's fault. It's all on him. It's all on him. Because you did, as a mother, you did what was right. You did what you felt was right. And you left your child in the care of somebody that should have treated your child correctly and should have done the right thing. Someone that was in a position of trust. And they broke that trust. And that's on them. It's not on you. And that's it's a hard thing as a parent to accept and to forgive yourself for. But I hope that you're working through that, and I hope that forgiveness, you can find that forgiveness. And maybe you have. The 70s were a very different era. Yeah, absolutely. I ordered a Halloween. That's what I was laughing at. The 4-foot doll that's head turns around like the Exorcist. See, I think that's funny. I can't decorate for Halloween because, like I said, like my oldest one, Ethan, all the other, Brandon, he had a lot of sleep issues as a kid. I make it out like he had a lot of issues. He really didn't. He had a lot of sleep issues. Like, he had a hard time falling asleep, so he fought some insomnia as a little guy. Yeah, see, J-May, I warned you. I said that it is a horrible video. As an adult, it is a heartbreaking thing to watch as an adult. That's why I said it's content warning. It is terrible. It's like a horror movie. It really is. It's awful. It'll stick with you if you watch it. I'm just warning. It's bad. But Ethan, he's just really sensitive to scary stuff. So anytime like a commercial, like even the Chucky movie, that commercial will come on and he's like, tell me when it's off. Tell me when it's off. Tell me when it's off. Can you tell me when it's over? Is it over yet? Is it over? How about now? Is it over yet? I mean, the whole time it's on, he's doing that. So he can't hear it because he's talking. And he can't see it because he's blocking it. Oh, he's in prison. Class action, so he wasn't the only one. That's awful. Yeah, if you're sensitive like that, don't watch it. Orange is the new black. It's a video. You may have seen it. I don't know. It's a video of some workers at a daycare. I'm getting ready to end it now. I got to run in and join a meeting. But it's a video of these daycare workers, a daycare in Mississippi, that one of them dressed up in that scream mask, and the teacher would tell her which kid was bad, which was good, and then the teacher in the scream mask would go up to the little one, and I'm talking like 2-year-olds, like babies, And the teacher would go over, like stalk over and scream in the child's face. And the kids were like so terrified, like trembling with fear and screaming and crying. And it's horrible. It's the worst. It's bad. It is very traumatic to watch. And it's absolutely horrible. And it was like, I think, it was one in the mask, one videoing, and I think at least 4 people were fired. So it's bad. It's really a really bad video. I haven't seen it on YouTube, but it's if you go to Facebook and you search Lil Blessings Daycare on Facebook, you'll find it. So all 4 workers were fired as soon as the director found out about it. But, I mean, the damage is done now. So it happened twice. It happened once in September, once in October. And then, so the girl filmed both times. And the one that filmed came out and apologized and said she was only filming because she wanted evidence to take to the director, because the director had brushed her off when she's taken issues to her before. So she felt she needed evidence this time. So I'm calling bullshit on that, because my point is, once you had the evidence in September, why didn't you go to the director then? Why did you wait till now in October when they did it a second time to take this evidence to the director? And I don't even think she took it straight to the director. I think that it first showed up on social media, went viral, and that's how everybody has found out about it. I believe now, the research that I've done in the very short time that I've known about it, I would have called the police. That's the first thing I would have done. I'd have called the police. Well, after beating the shit out of her. Then I would have called the police, and I would have voluntarily told them, this girl, I just knocked her out. She's in the floor. So you might want to call the rescue squad, because I just beat her over the head with a chair. And come get her. And I don't know, you can arrest me, I guess, for battery. Because I just saved all these kids from torment and abuse at her hands. You can watch this 2 seconds of video of what she was doing before I knocked her out. I mean, come on. Ugh. Anyways, this world, guys, this world. It's got to be, J-May, you watched it. It's got to be worthy. They should be in jail. Worthy of a lawsuit. It has to be. The FBI, somebody's got to investigate. I think it's under investigation. I think the last thing I read, the last update on their local news page was that it's under investigation. The police are investigating it. So we'll pray that they face some charges and not just a slap on the hand. This world, guys, this world needs Jesus. This world needs Jesus. This world needs peace. This world, people need accountability. People need accountability. But anyways, yeah, they were scared for their life. They were. And I saw a comment that, oh, it's no different than if you take your children. I used to work in a haunted house, and we used to have kids that age come through the haunted house with their parents. I'm thinking, well, first of all, they're with their parents. So they're with somebody they trust and love and knows is going to protect them, number one. Number two, as a parent, you know your child's temperament, what they can handle and what they can't. So you know going in whether or not your child can handle that kind of an atmosphere, right? And you're there to remove them if you realize that they can't. There is no comparison to taking your baby to a haunted house situation and having that happen to them in a daycare setting when you don't know the temperament of these children. You don't know what their parents are protecting them from. You don't know that child's psyche. You don't know their sensitivity level. You don't know those kinds of things about them. Especially, the daycare is a place they feel safe. They should feel safe and secure in that classroom. They should feel safe and secure with that teacher. And like that teacher is going to protect them from everything. And the teacher was calling the person in the mask the monster. So the teacher was standing back and allowing the monster to get at her kids. That's so horrible. How traumatizing is that? So that's telling those babies, that's programming them to think that the person that they trust to take care of them is going to allow the monster to get at them. That's wrong. That's just wrong. But isn't it kind of symbolic? It's symbolic of a lot of things in this world. I don't know, guys. Pray for each other. Pray for this world. Hug your loved ones. Hug your babies. I'm going inside and joining my meeting. It's getting ready to start. I thank you for being here. I thank you. I know. That's what I'm afraid of, J. May, that they'll never feel safe. I mean, some of them will probably come out just, you know, some of them are, some kids are really resilient like that. But anyways, but some of them are probably damaged for life now because they thought it was funny or whatever. But anyways, take care of each other, guys. I'm going to get my stuff inside and finish up my day. Thanks for joining in and giving the thumbs up. And I will see y'all in some other chats later, I'm sure. And like I said, thanks for joining me on my ride and participating in the chat. And I'll see y'all later. Keep being kind to each other. There's too much meanness in this world. Bye.